If you're a fitness instructor and you teach at a gym, or you run space, or you do virtual classes, or you have your own studio and you're looking for ways to increase your income, you're looking for ways to make more money, say yes down in the comments. We are going to be talking about that today. Now, one of the great versions to make more money is to launch online. However, there's a lot of confusion about what that means, and there's also a lot of hesitation and fear to what that is, even for pro instructors. In fact, there's 7 reasons why even pro instructors don't launch online, and they're missing out on online cash. So we're going to talk about those today. By the way, there's a free masterclass coming your way. So if you want more information on the free masterclass, I'm going to talk all about how to build your program, what the program should be about, how to create it, the 5-star process, the 9 elements a program needs to have, all that jazz in a full-on program today. It's like a little mini program training. That one's going to be the full training. Just say masterclass down in the comments. Now, if you're a fitness instructor and maybe you're looking to make just an extra $1,000, right? An online program can help you do that. Launching online can help you do that. Or maybe you're stuck in that $2,000 per month range and you're like, oh, you want to get over it, or you're working towards that, right? And you can't figure out what else to do. Then say me down in the comments, because we're going to talk about that. Or maybe you want to create more income, but your schedule's already packed. You have the kids, you have the job, you're already teaching on 500 million locations, and you're like, yes, I would like to make more income, but I don't have time. So how do you do that? Launch an online program. So if that's you, say yes down in the comments. Or maybe your schedule's already packed and you're thinking, okay, the way to make more income is I'm going to grow my classes. And growing your classes has been kind of slow, or you're trying to post online on socials, on Facebook, on Instagram, and that's kind of slow. You're trying to grow your followers and it's kind of not working out. And again, you're feeling kind of stuck. Say me down in the comments. Let's get you unstuck today. So one of the great ways for you to create more income and actually to create a whole other source of revenue will be to launch an online program. However, again, hesitation. So say hesitation or scared, or tell me, what do you think about? What's the word that comes to your mind when somebody says launch your online program? What does that come up? I want to know. I want to know more about you. Okay. So number one, the main reason why instructors don't launch online is because they don't know that they can. Right? It has been ingrained into their brains that the only way for instructors to make money is to teach more classes, to get more students, or to have more followers. And so they do that, but it's not going to be enough. Okay. They don't know that all of those things, right? Getting more certifications, teaching them more locations, teaching more classes, getting more students, getting more followers, all of that is a way to monetize your time. And however, if you're a pro instructor and you've been teaching for 5 years or more, you have experience, and you're not monetizing your experience. You're monetizing that 1-hour workout. So the way to monetize your experience and to monetize your expertise is to package that into a program, into an online program, and then sell that at a premium. The problem is a lot of instructors either don't know that that's an option or don't know how to do that option. So that's the number one reason why they don't launch online, is because they just don't know about it. Number two, if they do know about it and they do know about launching a program and they get it, they don't know what their program should be about. Let me know if that's you. You're like, okay, but what is a program, right? I teach several formats. What would the format, or I teach one format, what would the program even be? I'm already teaching classes. How is this different from And the solution to that, or the response to that, is your program should be about the goal that your people want, the health goal that your people want. So if your people want to lose weight, or get strong, or get fit, or stay fit, or have more flexibility, or improve their mood, or have less stress, or have more balance, right? Then the program should be about that. Now, if you're still okay, but I have 5 million goals, I don't know which one to do, that's part of what we'll be talking in the full training in the masterclass. So say masterclass if you want more details about that, because we're going to get into it. So if you don't know what your program should be about, we're going to talk about that in detail during that training. Number 3, you're already teaching on-demand classes. You're already teaching virtual classes or on-demand classes. So you're like, I'm launching online, and it's not going so well. I'm not making $10,000. And if you're doing online classes or have on-demand classes, awesome, yay! That's not the same as having a program. Okay. Online classes, whether they're live or they're recorded, those are a workout, right? You're selling a workout. A program is a transformation, which means that it will have workouts, but it will also have 8 more things, right? In the masterclass, I'm going to go over the 9 things, the 9 elements a program should have to classify as a program. So and workouts, right, or the fitness aspect of the program, that's just one element. So you're missing 8. Right? So that's why you're getting paid for that workout again, right? You're getting paid, you're monetizing your time, not your expertise, because you're not packaging it as a program. You're still packaging it as a workout. So we need to change that. Go say masterclass so that you know what a program needs to have. Number 4, you already launched a program and it flopped. So then you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm like, yeah, I tried that. I'm not going to try that again. So first of all, yay for trying. Woo! Second of all, there's like a whole bunch of reasons why programs fail. And when I start to work with instructors in the Fitness Boss program, I see this all the time. There's mainly 3 reasons why when they've launched their programs on their own, without my help, without following the system, without these 9 elements, and without the 5-step process of the secret launch, is that they either have the wrong goal, right? They're not using the right goal to launch this, so it's not enticing for people to say yes. Or it's a good goal, it's enticing, but they're talking to the wrong people, so then it doesn't make sense. Or they're talking to the right people, but they're saying all the wrong things, so then they scare them away. So they came this close, but then they said all the wrong things. So again, say masterclass in the comments, because we're going to talk about all of these subjects so that when you're building your program, you build something that people want, and it's easy for them to say yes. Number 5, you're afraid that nobody will buy. And this is something very, very common, right? It's like, well, I don't know if they'll buy. And the truth is that's a very internal thing. And there's no way around it other than facing it full on. So this is why it's so important to not do these launches on your own and to have someone, a coach, right, walk you through this process, because it is a scary process. Now, here's what's crazy about this. Your students love you. Your students adore you, and they would be happy to pay extra if you had a service that was extra. If you had a VIP premium version of what you're doing, some of your students, not all of them, but some are more than happy to go to the next level with you. The problem is, and the only reason that they haven't thrown money at you, and the only reason that they haven't given you $200 is because you don't have a $200 thing to offer them. Right? So creating an online program, and by the way, I teach instructors how to create a 30-day, $200 program. So the way to get your students to give you $200 is by creating this, right? What if they don't buy? Well, they're not buying now because you don't have one. So you don't really lose anything other than, you still get a note, but you already had a note to begin with. But if you create a program the right way and you offer it to your people, some of them will say yes, and you make $200. Okay. So I go through this whole process with my Fitness Boss clients together because it is a scary process. I won't lie, but it's a very simple process. It is very, very doable. And then number 7, you want to launch an online program. You understand the difference between a class and a program and, work out on a transformation, but you don't know where to start. And it's like, yes, okay, I'm in it. And you've been teaching for more than 5 years, but you're not sure what your program should be about, who to talk to, who goes in the list, what are you going to say, you're not sure where to start. Then say masterclass down in the comments, because we're going to talk about all of that in detail in the masterclass. So to recap, the 7 reasons most group instructors, let me try this one more time. The 7 reasons why most of your fitness instructors don't launch online is because they didn't know they could launch a program. They don't know what their program should be about. They're confusing online classes or on-demand classes with a program. It's not. They already launched something and it failed. They're afraid nobody will buy. You don't know where to start. I forgot number 7. Number 7, you think you need more experience, right? You're like, I need more certifications. I need more licenses and more things like that. And the truth is that you don't. You only need experience. So if you're an instructor and you've been teaching for 5 years or more, that's all you need to launch an online program, Okay, you don't need more formats, more certifications. You don't need a nutrition thing. You don't need to become a personal trainer. Whatever formats you are, if you're already a personal trainer, we can work with that. If you already teach one format, we can work with that. If you teach 5 formats and you're a personal trainer and you're a coach, we can work with that. You can create an online program doing that. You don't need more fitness skills. The reason you're not making money right at this level is because it's not because of your fitness skills. You already have those skills. Your classes rock. Your people love you. It's because you're lacking the boss skills, how to build a program, how to sell a program, how to tell people about your program so that you can start making $200 per client instead of $20 drop-ins. Yes. So this is literally how I paid for my fridge a couple of years ago. So this happened, I want to say 2022, I think it was. And I came back from school, from getting my kids from school. And I walk into the house and it's super smelly. And it's like, what is this weird smell? Turns out the fridge had just gave out. So there was this big wet mess everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I needed to come up with $1,000 that week. Not like this, but like that week I needed to replace the fridge. So of course I thought I'm going to teach more classes, but to make $1,000 teaching a $20 class at a gym, I would have to teach like 50 classes. So that was not a possibility. So then I thought, okay, I need to grow my classes, right? If I just like rent a space and I charge a drop-in and I get everyone to pay me $10, I would have to get 100 people in a room, which again, super challenging. I don't think that's not going to happen. So like that went out the window. So then I decided to create my own program. So I launched a program online. I followed the 5-step secret launch formula. I made sure the program had the 9 elements embedded into that program, into that bundle. And I sold it and actually made $1,500 with just 5 clients. Just 5. I sold it for $300. So just 5 clients. I got $1,500, went to Home Depot, bought a fridge, came back. It all happened in 5 days. Okay. That's the power of an online program versus teaching more classes or just growing your classes. So if you want to know more details on how to get all that done, say masterclass in the comments, and I'll see you over there.